Everybody's Steph from the Hot Move Podcast. Reggie Miller, he's been trending the past couple of days, and a lot of content creators out here have been talking about it as well too. And you know, I listen. I never really liked Reggie Miller. I don't really like when he calls games. I just don't like the way he does it. You know, I just never vibe with it. It seems really corny to me. Whatever, right? But he's getting a lot of backlash, and the chirping is coming from the fact that he made comments during the weekend when the Nuggets were in Game 4, Nuggets Wolves Game 4, right? And at least for Game 3, Wolves got blown out, and then Ant-Man made some comments about taking accountability, all this other stuff about the game and everything like that. And Reggie, in Game 4, he said this about that. I'm gonna play it, and we'll continue on.
After seeing that clip, we've got certain guys with status in our game that are on a lot of people's Mount Rushmore that like to deflect and point fingers at others. Here's a 22-year-old saying, "This is on me. It's my fault."
Right. Okay, and I'm gonna get to this clip. Dan Patrick pressing him on that, but uncalled for, right? What is he talking about, and or who is he talking about? And everybody made the assumption, the appropriate assumption, that he is definitely talking about LeBron James, right? He was asked about it on Dan Patrick, and this is what he had to say.
Shot at.
Here's a 22-year-old saying, "This is on me."
I'm taking a shot in general. I'm trying to give credit and creed to a 20-year-old, 22-year-old, because I want to put myself in his shoes, right? And I remember when I was 21, 22, I don't know if I could have gotten in front of a camera with the world watching and said, "This is on me." And I know a lot of people want to think and assume it's LeBron I'm taking shots at because
it was. Look,
I've been in those locker rooms when certain veterans shy away from that. And it's quick to always pile on LeBron. If it was LeBron, I would have said LeBron James.
But you said current players Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
So you just assume it's LeBron?
Well, who else is it going to be?
It
could only be KD or Steph. Those are the only possible guys who could be on the current Mount Rushmore.
It's more so.
But you gave Ant-Man credit, which I'm fine with. You just brought in another portion when you said the current Mount Rushmore.
Well, I've seen a lot of guys deflect those criticisms when here's a 22-year-old stepping up, taking responsibility.
Dude, but he's also deflecting the question, though. I don't know how direct Dan Patrick can be about it. Wow. Reggie, man, this ain't a good... Listen, even if you're not a LeBron James fan, or if you are or you're not, it don't matter. This is terrible. He is a NBA game caller for a big network that currently has the rights deals that is now going to NBC. And you are asked about it with your comments you made live on TV, right? Look, LeBron James, he's open for public criticism. That is totally fine. But when you are in the media in his position, you have millions of viewers watching this game, and you say something like that, people are going to run with it and make. He was confident when he said at the time. It almost sounded like he was arrogant when he said it live, right? Okay, then you follow up. He's asking, okay, well, if it's on some people's current Mount Rushmore, then who could it be? Like, okay, fine. Current players in the NBA today, right? Because a lot of people have talked about this. And Nick Wright brought it up. Some guys on YouTube brought it up. And it was like, okay, well, then who are the current players in today's game on the Mount Rushmore? Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul. I mean, Who? Right? That has a lot of merit if it's not going to be LeBron James, right? I mean, who's another guy out there with a bunch? Klay Thompson? You know? I mean, who? That currently in the NBA that has a ring. Is it not Jokic? You know, is it Giannis that he's talking about? You know, are those, would people consider those to be Mount Rushmore players, right? That are current? No, right? I've said this before. LeBron James is a Mount Rushmore player. Is he the all-time GOAT? No, but he's a Mount Rushmore player, right? Oh man, this is a terrible look. But I never really liked Reggie. You know, and I don't think he will be calling games for NBC once they have the new contract kicks in. But this is bad, right? And to walk it back makes him look weak, right? And on top of all this, like you find a way to interject LeBron James, which is crazy to me, right? I mean, of course, LeBron James haters are gonna eat this up. You know, I'm a LeBron James like neutralist. You know what I'm saying? I criticize when it's appropriate. I give him credit when it's appropriate. You know, but you got to call it how you see it, though, right? And in this case, Reggie Miller is dead wrong in all of this, right? And he looks really pathetic when he's being pressed about it to now walk to try to, oh well, you know, it could be any player, you know. And he brings up, well, when I was 22, I never spoke like that, like. Yo, Ant-Man's not the first young player to say something of taking accountability, right? That's fine. You can say, hey, I'm proud to see young players like an Anthony Edwards step up, don't back down and take accountability. Oh, but not like somebody, you know, current who would be viewed in some people's Mount Rushmore, current players of today that look at them as all-time greats. They would have deflected and finger pointed and all that stuff. And it's like, well, sure. I mean, listen, LeBron James, I've in recent years, I've never heard him finger point, right? Now, some people can interpret his actions as finger pointing as when the coaches get fired and, you know, wanting, you know, players behind the scenes and stuff. I understand all that, right? You know, when it comes to trades with LeBron James, yeah, I get that. But it's very covert and not overt. So what evidence does Reggie Miller have to say that about LeBron James? And then what about the times LeBron James has taken accountability, right? You know, so this is what he's getting cooked for, deservingly so. But I think we've seen the last days of Reggie Miller. I think the contract ends this year or after next season is when the new contract kicks in. So sucks for the TNT main halftime show with Kenny, Ernie, and Shaq and all that, and Kenny and Smith and Chuck. And I'm sure this crew that calls the games like Reggie Miller will be out. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all this. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.